Just before we get into this video, I just want to announce that I've relaunched the channel's Patreon, and this would allow me to make more content for the channel. And you can also join the Curb Stomp City Hall of Fame, which would see your name in the credits of every video. Hello and welcome back to Curb Stomp City and another episode of ECW Lives on TEW 2016, and this is the second of the week for the first time in like a year or something. Yeah, as always, if you want to see 2 shows in the next episode, let's hit 75 likes again, and that'll be ECW Revolt and a Prince of the Super Juniors show as well. But yeah, we're going to start today by looking at Rob Van Dam's career in Japan, and let's see how he got on. Well, let's see how he's getting on, because he's still there, of course. He's classed as a lower mid-carder. For us, he's an upper mid-carder. So here's his career so far. He's not done a lot. He had 2 matches for us. He defeated Steve Corino in the first ECW Revolt. Then he lost to Rhino on his way out, which was a massive elevation for Rhino to really make him the top guy for that entire year, pretty much. And then he lost in a tag match, won a tag match, lost in a tag match, lost in a tag match. Team was Shibata there. That'd be a decent team. Then he beat Don Fuji, and this is July, so he's hardly had any matches. Then he lost again, and then he returned, so he's really not done a lot. I don't think that was the best career choice for him. He's been in 8 matches for New Japan in over a year. So yeah, a year and 3 months. So not the best decision for Rob to leave, but he's back on loan, and we're going to get straight into ECW Revolt now. Right, so we start with the pre-show, and in a 5-minute match, just to get the crowd going, we have Fergal Devitt defeat Rios. And I think that's his first match for us. He's been down in developmental, and I've called him up on a 1-night deal just to test him out. And I put Reina with him as well, and apparently they have absolutely zero chemistry. I'm trying her with different clients, so I'll probably do that on the pre-show for a bit, try and find someone that she's got good chemistry with. But yeah, Fergal got a 44, Rios got a 39, and 44D overall. Then we go into a tag match with 4 of the competitors in the Prince of the Super Juniors tournament, and this is still on the pre-show, but this should boost their reputation in the tri-state before the tournament and hopefully get them a higher position with the auto push. And yeah, Chris Sabin and Dragon Kid defeat Delirious and Kenta in 8 minutes 26, when Chris Sabin defeated Delirious by pinfall with a future shock. And Dragon Kid had an in-ring performance of 58, so really good from him actually. Quite a bit. He's the best person in the match, and that's a massive improvement on his previous matches. And Chris Sabin had an in-ring performance of 49. Kenta had a 55, and Delirious with a 50, 56 C- overall. So yeah, really good match. And these are the 4 that I felt needed the biggest popularity boost, and we had Fergal on as well earlier. So yeah, that was the thinking behind that. And then we go into the main show. And the show opens up with Rob Van Dam's music. He walks down to the ring doing his signature taunts and grabs a mic. And he says, "This is the first time I've been given mic time since I came back. So I just want to thank everyone for such a warm response on my return. Man, I've missed this place. ECW has changed so much over the year. But one thing that hasn't changed is the passion of the fans. The whole fucking show is back, and I am back as the ECW World Television Champion." And an alright promo from Rob, not great, 50D plus. So yeah, he's just back thanking the fans for the response they gave him at the pay-per-view and since his return. And it's his first promo, not a great one. Then in an extremely short match, Minoru Tanaka defeated Tiger Mask in 4 minutes 57 by pinfall. 85 from Minoru Tanaka, 46 from Tiger Mask, 72 B-. It took 5 minutes, so not technically a squash match, but a win for Tanaka against a fresh face. He's going back down to developmental though. He's another one that's on a 1-night deal. Then we go to a video of John Cena and Jay Briscoe. And Cena says, "New Jack, let last week be a warning. Whatever you do, don't mess with the chain gang." And then Jay says, "Next week, find yourself a partner. Meet us in the ring for an old school street fight." So 37 D-. They want to settle the score with New Jack next week on Revolt. And he's told them to bring a partner. We'll find out in the next episode who that will be. I'm still not sure. So if any ideas, put them in the comments. And then in a decent match, AJ Styles defeated Kendo Kashin in 11 minutes 48 by pinfall with a Styles clash. And 74 for AJ, 56 for Kashin, and 74 overall, B-. Great match again. So 2 really good matches, B-, both of them. Kendo Kashin having a good performance though. Someone I've been overlooking, and we'll try and find him something to do after Global Glory, but there's no space for him on the card as it stands. And after his match, Minoru Tanaka and Paul Heyman are heading to the car park to leave the arena after a good night's work. Tanaka says, Paul, what are we going to do about Sting? Should we accept his challenge? And then Paul says, don't worry, we will find the best opponent for you at Global Glory. It will be the biggest main event of all time. We have to think it over. We can't just give a title match to anyone that... And then out of nowhere, Rhino runs into the shot and gores Paul Heyman. And Rhino gets up and squares up to Tanaka. And he says, trust me, I haven't forgotten about you or that championship. And then Rhino walks away, leaving Tanaka to attend to Heyman, who isn't moving. B-, 76. Rhino wants the title, and so does Sting. Sting pinned Tanaka in a multi-man tag match. He wants the title shot. Rhino feels cheated out of the title and he wants it back. Obviously Tanaka pinned Rhino for the title in December in a fatal 4-way. Completely clean victory. Rhino's rematch was when Paul Heyman joined allegiance with Minoru Tanaka, distracting Rhino to assist Tanaka with the victory. And now he wants his shot again in a fair setting, basically. So yeah, Global Glory main event is starting to pick up. So 76 B-. And then in a bout that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, CM Punk defeated Sabu in 14 minutes 30 by pinfall with a go to sleep. And great from Punk, 73. Then Sabu got a 63. And Sabu was getting better at his gimmick. He's been doing it long enough, so he should be able to do it. 72 B-. And this is the main event. A big win for CM Punk. A lot of momentum gained from this match, beating the Hall of Famer Sabu. And after the match, CM Punk gets a mic and sits in the middle of the ring. And he says, so we all heard what RVD said earlier tonight, and it made me feel sick. What made me feel sick the most was all you people believed him. Let me tell you the truth about Robert Zakowski. He doesn't care about you, and if he did, why would he leave for Japan? He told ECW.com that he wanted to travel to broaden his horizons and open his mind, or was it actually the guaranteed contract and the guaranteed money that was on the table? And he says, do you want a little more truth? Rob isn't even signed to ECW. He doesn't have a contract here. He gave up that chance when he ran off to New Japan Pro Wrestling because he didn't believe ECW could afford him. And guess what, Rob? Most of the boys in the back have guaranteed deals here now, and we are doing great business, better business than when you were here. He's here on a loan deal, a talent trade, and when that ends, he'll be back off to Japan, and before he does, I'm going to take my title back. A shoot from CM Punk has ended the show, and he's exposed Rob Van Dam, and the fans will now be split down the middle. Let me know in the comments below who you're behind in this feud, Punk or Rob Van Dam. It would be interesting to know, and I'll gauge that as sort of the crowd reaction, I guess. I'm guessing a lot of people are going to be behind Punk now that they know the truth behind Rob Van Dam and his deal and his contract and everything, how it's a loan. And 70 C+. I was expecting a little bit better from Punk, but that's not bad at all. And then we end the show on a B- 72 and increased our popularity in 20 regions. And we've had some relocations. Kaz Hayashi now resides in Southeast USA. Fergal Devitt does as well, and I think Fergal moved from Japan. I'm not sure about Kaz. And CM Punk now lives in Mid-Atlantic. Rob Van Dam thinks Kenta is money, strap a rocket to the kid. I would agree. And ECW Revolt got a 3.82. So let's see how that compared to last week. But I was looking at how many viewers we've been getting recently, and we're on 1.7 million, nearly 1.8. Last week was our highest rating. ending with the RVD AJ Styles match. We're not far off it this week, but I was looking at how much we started with at the start of the series, right? And we've got nowhere near that. 178,000 viewers. That was on MTV2 and Sapporo TV. We're now on Bravo, Kansai, KTV, Sapporo TV and Scotland TV. And we're getting 1.7 million viewers. So massive improvements from the start of the series. And our popularity is growing a ton. So if we go on track progress, we can't see from the start of the series, but we can see from March last year. We've got like 45D, a lot in the 40 range, mid 50s in a couple of regions. Now we're in the 60s pretty much for everywhere apart from Hawaii. But yeah, that's what's happening with the size. Something's happening in developmental as well. So we'll check our titles, and there has been 2 title changes. In fact, has the tag title changed? No. So the top contender championship, Danny Havoc was the champion. He lost it to Chaos after 5 defenses. The next week, Danny Havoc defeated Bobby Roode for the ECWA championship, so the main event title. So he's lost the top contender championship, and then the next week won the ECWA main championship. So yeah, that's good for him. So he seems to be doing well. So we're going to check his reputation. So he's 29 at the minute. So let's see how that improves. He's down as a main eventer. His skills, he's a quality hardcore wrestler. But we're not going to call him up yet. He's only just won the championship. Hopefully he improves a bit more as well. And the tag team champions are still Pogo the Clown and Chaos. But yeah, we're going to get straight into night 1 of the ECW Prince of the Super Juniors tournament. And that's going to be held over 4 nights. There's going to be 2 groups of 4. Each person in the group wrestles each other once. 3 points for a win. 1 point for a time limit draw. Each match will have a 15-minute time limit. And the top 2 of each group will go through to the semi-finals. The winner of Group A will face the runner-up of Group B. The winner of Group B will face the runner-up of Group A. And then obviously the winners of the 2 semi-finals will go through to the final. The winner of the final wins the tournament and gets the title shot at Global Glory. I've got a TV deal for a brand new TV show called Prince of the Super Juniors. We've got a deal with Bravo and Kansai Telecasting. We have a deal with these for Revolt as well, but these are the only 2 that would add on top of their schedule. And the rest of them said they didn't want any more wrestling shows. But yeah, before we get into the show, we've got some locker room incidents, which are most likely going to involve people that aren't even on the show. So New Jack turned up drunk and has been sent home. That's fine. He wasn't on the card anyway, obviously. And he's been fined, and that's it. Then Sandman was secretly using soft drugs, breaking the locker room rules, and we will fine him. And then Sabu was brought before Wrestlers Court accused of not joining the rest of the locker room for a night out. He was found guilty and was sentenced to buy drinks. That's fine. And he's improved his behaviour. Good discipline from Harley there, I guess. But yeah, let's get straight into the show itself. And we start the show with a video hyping tonight's tournament. And the video shows highlights of the competitors' in-ring action. And then it ends with the brackets for the Prince of the Super Juniors tournament. So you can see the groups there. And I'll run you through the matches that we're going to see tonight. We're going to see Jushin Liger take on Dragon Kid in the main event. Chris Sabin will take on Juventud Guerrera. Low Key takes on Kenta. And Fergal Devitt takes on Delirious. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the early advantage in the tournament. And everyone will be seeking them early 3 points. So we've got a 61C for that. And then in a terrible match, Fergal Devitt defeats Delirious by pinfall in 5 minutes 38. And Delirious is getting better at his gimmick. 45 from Devitt, 30 from Delirious. Not great. 30 D- overall. Then after the match, Fergal celebrates in the ring with 39D-. Then we go to Juventud Guerrera versus Chris Sabin, and Juventud gets the win in this one in 12 minutes 47 by pinfall with a 450 splash. And this got a 55C-. Chris Sabin had an in-ring performance of 51, 55 for Guerrera, and that got a C-. And at the announce desk, Joey Styles and Don West talk about tonight's main event between Jushin Liger and Dragon Kid. But first, we've got the hard-hitting battle between Low Ki and Kenta. And this got a 52D+. And then Low Ki defeats Kenta to get the 3 points in 14 minutes 14, so right on the edge of that 15-minute time limit. This got a 56C-, 55 for Low Ki, 56 for Kenta, so fairly even in terms of performance. And Reina was managing Low Ki in this one, so we're going to have her manage him in this tournament, and he's got the victory tonight. And then in the main event, Jushin Liger defeats Dragon Kid in 8 minutes 13 by pinfall with a shot, something like that. And Jushin Liger gimmick is getting stale apparently, but he's still got a 72. Dragon Kid got a 55. So not a long match for Dragon Kid, but a good performance and a good match rating. He could perhaps do a little bit better, but he's definitely getting better. But yeah, 69C+ for the main event. And after the match, Jushin Liger celebrates in the ring, 52D+. And overall, we got a 63C. So we'll see how that does. And hopefully that's good enough for the TV providers. It's a lot of pressure on the junior heavyweight division tonight. They've got to get a C to satisfy the broadcasters, but I'm not sure if it's 63. It could be more or less. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of pressure on the division tonight to step up, especially without the champion AJ Styles. And the event got a 4.61 TV rating, so that's like 1.3 less than what we normally get, or what we've been getting recently. And we've got 3 episodes left, just get a notification for that. But there's no complaints from the network, so that's good. We're on track. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode, and if you have, hit the like button. And as I said earlier, if we get 75 likes, you'll get 2 shows in the next episode. Again, we'll have a Revolt and a Prince of the Super Junior TV show. So yeah, make sure you subscribe for more TEW 2016 and general wrestling content. And until next time, peace.